Alshon was clear for contact. Doug said, what does his presence provide both you and the offense?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're hoping he'll be good to go this weekend. You know, time will tell. This week will be big for him. But, you know, anytime Alshon's out there, I mean, he brings a spark to the offense. He brings somebody that's has the ability to make a play down the field and underneath and do some things really well. So, again, I'm hoping come Sunday he'll be out there, but this week will tell.
Doug was saying that it's going to be kind of a process to kind of pick up where you left. It's not going to be where you can pick up where you left off last year. Do you anticipate the same thing, and will take time to kind of get it back to where you're scoring 30 points a game?
Yeah, I mean, I think every year it kind of takes time to just start clicking, you know. Would love to come out firing early in the year, but, you know, teams have schemed us now for seeing what we've done for a year now. Got some new faces, new pieces, and just got to keep working through, you know, what our mantra is, what we're going to do and how we're going to do it well. So, you know, hopefully we can just start clicking sooner than later, but that's just kind of the story of the NFL really every year.
Carson, I know you're somewhat of a perfectionist. How much and how difficult were you on yourself? How hard were you on yourself this week as you're preparing for the Titans and you went back and watched that tape?
Yeah, I mean, I always critique myself and watch the film really closely, but at the same time, you learn from it and you turn the page really fast. You know, you watch it Monday, Tuesday, it's over. You know, you kind of put those things in the back of your mind, the things you can clean up, and some of those things. But come Monday, late Monday and Tuesday morning, it's on to the next, and that's just how the NFL rolls. It's on to the next in a hurry. So learn from what you can and just keep going.
How's Dallas shown in his blocking? You mentioned it on Sunday about being able to adjust whenever you make a protection change. What does that entail for him, and how's it kind of manifested itself?
Yeah, I mean, with Dallas, with really all of those tight ends, we put a lot on their plates just in terms of run blocking, pass blocking, running routes. You know, we split them out wide. They're in the slot. They're in line. They do a lot of things. So really, Dallas, Perk, Ertz, they've all just really picked up on things rather quickly. They're three really smart guys that can adapt, like I said, and yeah, I think, you know, I've seen some really good things from all three of those guys.
Carson, speaking of Dallas, it's rivalry week between North Dakota State and South Dakota State. You guys have any friendly wager going?
Yeah, we'll have a friendly wager. I'm sure you guys will see about it when he's wearing something NDSU next week after we take the Dakota marker from him.
Carson, that time period where Doug can talk to you on the headset up to 15 seconds, what do you want from him in that situation? Has that kind of conversation evolved for saying how much you want or how little you want, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, that stuff, I mean, all those kind of in-game mechanics, you know, Coach and I now are having a couple of years under our belt working together. Those things are kind of second nature now, and there's times where he gives, you know, lots of information because there's specific things on plays, and there's times where it's pretty straightforward. And, you know, we've had really, really good success with our communication and just the logistics and everything of that operation.
Carson, how familiar are you with Marcus Mariota? Did you watch him at all when he, 2015 Heisman year, 2014 Heisman?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, he's a great player. Really athletic. Obviously, does some things well. I'm not sure what his injury status is and all of those things. So, really not too familiar with the Titans offense. Don't watch a lot of crossover tape with those guys. Just focusing on the Titans defense right now.
Carson, different.
What do you see from the defense?
Yeah, they're good. You know, they're good. They fly around. A lot of veterans over there, so you can tell they're pretty smart, instinctual, adjust really well. They mix it up, you know, very multiple fronts, multiple coverages, do some different things. So we definitely got a challenge for us.
Does that make it more difficult protection-wise, the different front, 3-4 versus 4-3? A little bit more multiple?
I don't know if I'd say more difficult. It's just something that you got to spend time with during the week. You know, you got to put in the extra time preparing for different looks, for the different, you know, protections that you have, play action passes, all those things. So you just got to put in more time to prepare for it, really.
Who are some of the guys that you identified, you know, put kind of a circle around and watching the film?
Yeah, I mean, it's still early in the process. I think they got really on the D-line, at the linebacker, and on the back end. You know, they really have just a bunch of really solid players. No one really just wows you on the film. Just a bunch of guys that are always in the right positions, that are always flying around, making plays. So again, they got a good, really solid defense.
When you watch back the tape from the last game, what were some things in yourself that you were encouraged by, and what are some things you need to clean up?
Yeah, I mean, there's things all the time to clean up. Obviously, the couple turnovers, especially when you're in your own red zone coming out, that's tough. That puts the defense in a tough position. So some things with that you got to clean up. Some things down the field that I just got to see coverage better. I credit the Colts a couple times, confusing us a little bit, doing some things, mixing it up, and again, just got to keep learning from those things.
How about the encouraged side? Were there things that you look back and think?
Yeah, I thought one of the most encouraging I think was that we started fast. That's something we always preach around here, and coming out the no huddle kind of turbo tempo that we had, going right down and scoring. I think that was really encouraging and something we can build on.
Carson, you had a lot of, you admitted, emotions going into that first game back. Now the second game, do you expect things to kind of slow down for you and get back to a point where you were maybe at the midpoint last season before the LA game?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always hoping the game keeps slowing down. I felt really good out there the other day. I thought once the game started, those emotions kind of left, and it was just football again, just having fun, playing the game I love. And so I just fully expect that to just keep happening going forward.
I know accuracy is not always measured by completion percentage, but as you go into this year, is that a number you're looking at, and is there a benchmark you want to hit this season?
Yeah, I don't really dive into stats a lot. Obviously, would love to see that number go up. Don't really have a number for a goal or anything, but definitely want to see that number keep climbing.
You guys had situations Sunday where you ran the same RPO 2-3 times in a row. What's your philosophy on kind of coming back to the same concepts, and how do you make sure you're not predictable in those?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that you're always weighing, and Coach and I are talking about quite a bit, and Coach does a great job really managing that, knowing when's a good time to call the same play. I think within a drive, sometimes you don't give the defense enough time to make those adjustments, so you can get away with some of those things. And but again, it's something that ideally you have compliments off of everything you do anyway, so you can get away with doing things more than once.
The touchdown pass to Dallas, did you check to another play before that?
I don't even honestly recall. I mean, that was all kind of just no huddle. We were kind of checking plays at the line.
Alshon status still up in the air. How comfortable were you with Kamara and Jordan out there? I mean, a lot of tight ends running back throws, but what do you see from those two kind of in their action?
Yeah, I mean, obviously still kind of developing a rapport with those guys. Kind of, with Jordan, kind of reminds me of he looks like himself again out there, so kind of have that relationship. But just got to keep building that with the new things that we're doing. I think we're extremely confident with whoever lines up out there. Last game you saw us just try and take advantage of our tight ends and use some more 2-3 tight end personnels. And that's just something each week we're going to do is just try and put our guys in the right situation and get the right guys in the right spots.
Carson, when if I can follow up with the Marcus Mariota question, when he was coming out of college, there was all this talk about the Eagles maybe trading up to try to get him and everything from like number 20, I believe. Like, did you kind of look at that and say, man, that's crazy? How can you move up that far to get a quarterback? And obviously, you're probably glad the way it turned out.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I didn't really know all those logistics and all those things. I can tell you, I'm extremely thankful that I'm here, though.
Carson, when you're in 13 personnel and you have 3 tight ends who can do multiple things, how much does that open up your guys' ability to create on offense?
Yeah, I mean, it should, allow us to do quite a bit, especially with the tight ends we have that are extremely versatile. Not only, obviously they're great pass catchers, they're smart guys, and just the ability to put stress on a defense when they are pass catchers like that. But then if the defense wants to go into some nickel, get some different personnel on the field, we should be able to take advantage and run the ball with those guys as well. So I just think it creates a little mismatch in spots. We just got to be wise with how we use it.
Just following up on what you said earlier about the teams have had chances now to kind of scout you. Do you expect more soft coverage zones now that it seems like that's what you're getting?
I mean, that's what we got last week. A couple weeks ago as well. That's kind of Atlanta's MO a little bit. They play fast, so I think it's just really kind of the nature of the defenses that we've played so far, and we'll see as we go here.
You had a Jay during the offseason, and then I know there's a chance it could come back, but what has he brought to the offense?
I mean, obviously, having Jay here for the majority of last season, I thought it provided a great spark for us as an offense. A guy that runs as violent and as hard as he does. You see him, kind of making guys miss, running through tackles, picking up big plays. That just really sparks the offense, sparks the whole team. And so anytime he's out there, we know he has the ability to make multiple guys miss, run through tackles, and just kind of give the offense a boost.
We spoke last week about your mindset entering year 3 for you. DeFilippo said last year, it's at this point, year 3, year 4, when you start to see who a quarterback is. What is it about this season, do you think, where you'll have a better sense of who you are as a quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're always trying to just I don't want to say evolve, but always trying to stay ahead of the game. And I think that really just comes down to watching yourself. Watching things in areas that you can clean up, where you can be better. And so those are always things that in the off season I'm always going back looking at myself personally, and then from a scheme standpoint where we can improve. And so I don't know if year 2 to year 3, all that stuff. I mean, to me that's neither here nor there. But I feel good where I'm at, and we just got to keep building.
There was that clip of you with Fletcher Cox, I think, on the sideline a couple years back, talking about getting to the Super Bowl the next year. What do you remember about that? And was that something you guys kind of brought up to each other as you went on your journey?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that was seems like forever ago now, but yeah, I mean, I thought we at that time just really knew we had a special culture. Obviously, we didn't end that season the way we wanted to, but I think it just spoke a lot about what we believed in this team and really the whole organization, that we had the ability to do something special, and sure enough, we did it last year.
Thanks, Carson.
Thanks, guys.